Yep, you saw the title of the video. This isn't me playing a game or anything. This is a very serious video because there's something that I've been thinking about. I've been growing up. I'm 17 now. Soon I'll be 18, and then 19, and then 20, and then so on and so forth. What I'm trying to say is I'm growing older. I'm getting older. And as I get older, I need to start thinking about what I'm going to do with my life. As you could probably tell from my shirt here, I am a Corey's Kenshin fan. He makes good videos. When I watched his videos, I thought that I wanted to become a gaming YouTuber too. But you've probably noticed from my upload schedule that I started out making a video every day, and then it started to turn every other day, and then weeks would go by and I wouldn't release a video. Suffice it to say, I've slowly realized that this isn't what I want to do. No hate at all. Corey's Kenshin is still the GOAT. There's no hate at all to anyone who ever wants to pursue the career of making YouTube videos about games and playing games. I don't see a problem with people wanting to do that or want to pursue that. I've just slowly realized that it's not for me. I had fun playing the games, but not really playing the games in front of a camera. Now, that's not to say that I'm quitting YouTube. I'm not. I'm just going to take a different approach. You see, I realized there's something I want to say to you that I haven't really told anyone, but when I wanted to make this channel, I had this big plan in mind where slowly over time I would introduce characters, kind of like how Markiplier did it, But while his characters were initially just jokes, but then he made them fleshed out and they gave him lore and backstories and plot stuff, I started that from the get-go. I created characters and I gave them backstories, I gave them lore, I gave them importance, and I would introduce them as joke characters, but then slowly over time I'd reveal that they were a bigger deal. I had a lot of fun thinking about that and writing that down, but I realized that I didn't want to make YouTube videos about playing games. I wanted to make YouTube videos about those characters. You see, I come from a long line of artists, and when I say artists, I don't mean they only paint, although we do have painters in my family, and my uncle also paints beautiful pictures. I have one of his right here, actually. This is a painting that my uncle made. But like I said, it's not just painters. We also have sketchers, we also have musicians, we also have storytellers too. And I'm one of them. I remember for the longest time that I can think of, I would always create stories. Now, I haven't published any stories, not yet at least, but that's what I want to do. That's what I've realized that I wanted to do. You see, I've had this idea for an analog horror, actually, that I'm working on, and that I'm hoping to release, and I'd like to also create more analog horrors than that, and maybe even other things. I'm also into game design. I want to make video games. That's what I want to go to college for. I want to go to college so I can learn game design, so I can release games. I've decided to create a second channel that will be called Rexfield's Radio. That is where I'm going to post the analog horrors and other things, It depends. We'll have to see in the future. But that's kind of going to be it for this channel. I'm not really going to post anything else. I might occasionally maybe do videos about games on this channel, you know, but that's going to be like months and months later if I feel like it. I do want to finish that series, Normal Fishing. That was a really fun game. So I might when the game fully comes out, I might release videos on it, but I'm not entirely sure. But speaking of Normal Fishing, I remember there was one thing about those videos that my family said that they really enjoyed were the voices that did. In fact, my friends and family constantly said that they really enjoyed the voices that I did for all of the things. So in regards to the analog horror, I'm going to be voicing a bunch of the characters, probably even all of them. And for projects that I'm going to do, I'm going to be doing the voices for them. Whether or not I will voice act for other people's stories and other people's works is up for debate. I don't know if I'll do that. I might. Again, we'll just have to see. However, before I move on to other things, there is one last little thing that I wanted to do. You see, there's this game called Bug Fables. It's like Paper Mario, you know, is created to be similar to those old Paper Mario games. And I had a lot of fun playing the game. But one thing I did when I played the game was I made voices for the characters. And I was planning on doing videos for that. But like I've said, I don't really want to do that anymore. So I've decided to make a compromise. I can have my cake and eat it too. Okay, so the plan here is this. I'm going to record this video series that this creator has made, cataloging all the cutscenes of Bug Fables, and I am going to dub over them with my voices of the characters. There won't be any gameplay because I'm only going to be recording my voices for the cutscenes. However, I still think it will be a worthwhile watch, and I'll create those videos. I'll release those videos on this channel. It will be like one final hurrah. So be sure to be on the lookout for those Bug Fables videos. I know that some people might feel a little bit sad that I'm not going to do any video game videos anymore. I know some people might be happy because they were only really in it for the voices, you know? But that's what I've decided. Moving forward, I'm going to make an analog horror on a different channel, Rexfield Radio. Go check that out. Subscribe to that if you feel interested. And I'll hopefully in the future make games, and that's what I'm going to do for my career. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I'm not going to be making video game videos on YouTube anymore. But I'd like to thank you all for supporting me in what I wanted to do. And I'd like to thank you for watching the videos. See you soon.